Europe, a continent that has witnessed the two largest conflicts in human history, made a decision in 1951 in which all future wars would be avoided with the economic and political integration of the continent. From removing trade tariffs to setting a monetary union and creating its own common parliament, interdependence looked like the only path to achieving stability between its countries. As a result, investments in security and defense had become secondary concerns, especially in the context of NATO expansion, encompassing the majority of the European countries under its collective security system. However, everything changed on February 24, 2022, when Russia had begun its so-called military operation over the Donbas region and later expanding it to the full invasion of the territory of Ukraine. The security environment had deteriorated and war was back in the European continent. Since then, European governments shifted their official positions by taking security concerns seriously once again. In this video, we'll see how these efforts have developed. Between tough speeches condemning Moscow's deliberate attack, closures of airspace to both military and civilian aircraft, and severe economic sanctions, the immediate European reaction to the Russian invasion of Ukraine has also comprised major security developments throughout the continent. The European security and defense architecture have profoundly changed in these almost 4 years of war. The first direct results of the unstable security environment have been the increases in defense and military spending by a great number of European economies. Some examples include Romania, Poland, Italy, Belgium, Norway, and Sweden. The biggest highlight, however, goes to Germany, which has pledged 100 billion euros from the 2022 federal budget to modernize its armed forces and commit to the 2% level demanded by the NATO alliance. The second direct results of the war are related to weapons transfers to Ukraine. Since the beginning of the Russian invasion, considerable amounts of modern military equipment and armament have been transferred by European and North American allies. As a matter of example, the US, the UK, Germany, Canada, Turkey, France, the Nordic countries, and Central European states have sent firearms, missiles, attack drones, and air defense systems. The European Union has also promised to deliver weapons to Ukraine, a major movement by the bloc, since it's the first time in its history that they intend to supply armament to other countries. A third major development since the war broke out was the military realignments and associations throughout the continent. In May this year, Finland and Sweden have submitted their joint application to become full members of NATO, a big political shift since they have abandoned their status of neutrality. Also, the United Kingdom, Poland, and Ukraine have announced a new trilateral dialogue concerning the strategic and security cooperation between the three countries, as well as their support for Ukraine against the Russian invasion. The fourth development in the continent can be attributed to the further defense and security cooperation within the European Union. Denmark, for example, has just recently voted to give up on its opt-out of the European Union Common Security and Defense Policy, a decision that will allow the country to engage in collective and strategic military discussions with its European partners. As a result, all demands of a commitment to strategic autonomy and stronger European Union defense cooperation have gained momentum once again, which in the near future could mean deeper military integration between European countries, or even the creation of a European Union joint armed forces. And what do you think? How the recent developments will reshape the security architecture of Europe? Let your opinion in the comments below, and I'll be glad to read your feedback. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Big thanks!